Alrighty guys, what's going on everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream, my friends. We are here with an update on the tropics. We got ourselves another system that we are watching here. We're going to have to be watching this one for the next several days here. But anyways, my friends, what's up everybody? Hope everyone's doing good. Let's go ahead and jump right on into it, my friends. Let's see who we got here for today. Before we get into it, we have Peachy, we have Courtney, we have Christy, we have Legacy, we have ourselves Jared, Kidstorm Coverage, Lake Effects, Isaac, let's see here, Cave Spider, Misty, let's see here, Samuel, Tabletop. What's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing good. So, yeah, so we are watching another area. Even CPC, the Climate Prediction Center, has actually started talking about this here. If we're going to hop over here to the global, we're actually going to take a look here at the tropical cyclone. Hold on a minute. Hold on. What's let's just open this map here. Whatever. So, this is first off, we're going to take a look at the official Climate Prediction Center before people say this is not real. It is real. Like I said, we are watching these areas. Even CPC, Climate Prediction Center, has put a area of tropical formation. Now, actually, if you look back where they did, we have that dark red color out there towards the deep Caribbean, as well as we have this like red and white area up there just north of the Caribbean, out there kind of just south of Bermuda quite a bit. But yeah, so we have solid red, which represents, basically like 40% roughly chance of, like I said, formation here of tropical depression or greater strength. So that is coming straight from the CPC. So we're going to have to watch out there for that. Now, that's the first thing that I wanted to show you guys regarding this. And the second thing is if we hop over here to the weather models, we're going to, first of all, pull up some of those ensembles. We'll look at the EPS here. If we go to ensemble members, so obviously we have that little system that just kind of went through Cuba, through Bahamas, and then kind of pulled through. That system's kind of shooting off to the northeast here. No longer a tropical system, just kind of a bunch of remnants. So that'll shoot its way to the northeast. But then far down in time, if we start looking here for near-ish Halloween, according to the EPS, we start to get a lot more of those like ensembles, a lot more of those members. Now, you can really see it here from the GEFS. Once we approach our way here into right around the 29th, 30th or so, I mean, that's like, what, 7-ish days away now. Like I said, we're talking long range, which, you know me, I don't really like looking too far down the line. But from what we got going on here, like you can really see here, the GEFS model really starts clumping here for roughly right around Halloween, something developing out there towards the Caribbean. Then it kind of spreads all over the place. So there's definitely signals there showing potential tropical cyclone activity from the models. We're going to pull up the GEPS, which you can see showing relatively the same thing, just a lot of ensembles and a lot of tropical guidance out there towards the Caribbean. Like I said, it's way too early to tell, like, the exact impacts, overall. It's a little bit hard to be for sure, like where it's going to go, how strong it's going to be. That's the stuff we don't really know quite yet, but this is kind of our early word here that something could be brewing, in which it seems like it's a pretty good possibility. I mean, like I said, once again, a lot of the models are supporting this here. Regarding the system, you can see that, once we kind of approach roughly the 30th, 31st, going into November 1st. Once again, this is kind of long range here, but models are on board. So that's GEPS, and then GEFS, once again, shows that same kind of grouping there. Once again, it's just, simply too early to know where the thing's going to go. All right, so then we got the GFS. Now we're talking individual model. Previously, we're looking at ensemble models. Basically, a model, with a bunch of little runs, little members, we call them. So the latest GFS, now here's the thing. We're going to look at the last couple of GFS runs too, to kind of show you guys what the models are kind of talking about. So GFS here, as we kind of approach our way here towards like November 1st, October 31st, we might get some type of disturbance, possible depression activity. Obviously unknown where it's going to go, like I mentioned. Also unsure of how strong it's going to be. Once again, don't take this track here, okay? Like I said, definitely do not take this track seriously because, like I mentioned, it's it's just one model, one run, and it's pretty far out. Like I said, we don't really like looking too far out. However, there is consistency, and then that's what you got to really look in for in the models. GFS here showing this is the previous run. Wow, dude. Once again, don't take that too serious, but just take that the models are suggesting something. Once again, the GFS, the 18 Zulu show, but we just looked at, and this is model showing, this is the previous run, still showing that tropical cyclone. Under that, this is the 06 Zulu, which once again shows a tropical cyclone. Now, you notice how, like I said, all the models are kind of all over the place. You got some of the models shooting the thing out to the east, some of it shooting it to the west. Once again, there is just not enough information quite yet to really, just not enough information right now to really put in a good view of what we are expecting with this. Like I said, from what we know now, what we know now is that there is a lot of models, a lot of runs, a lot of different models that are indicating, including this, even the CPC, the official climate prediction center, is talking about this too, how there's increasing probabilities of tropical development in the Caribbean towards the end of the month, early next month. So, we got some late season stuff possibly going to be kicking up here for later this month, early next month. But yeah, like I mentioned, the thing is that once again, don't take these models serious at all right now. They're too wild at the moment. They're like I said, they're just way too wild right now. So, the tracks, the intensity, and stuff like that is just not really known. But like I said, what we're looking here is for consistency. That's kind of what we're focusing on right now. Here's the Zulu before that. So the last 4 model runs that we've looked at here show that system somewhere in the Caribbean doing something. Let's hop over here to the 18 Zulu. This is our 5th run that we looked at. If we take a look at it, this one doesn't really touch up on much. Let's drop to the 12 Zulu before that. And there you go. It's right back to it. So, this is like the last. We're going back now to 06 from yesterday. So we're like a lot of models behind here, but still showing tropical activity. So that's kind of what we just got to grab from all this, y'all. It's the fact that the models have been pretty consistent on some type of tropical activity. Once again, we don't know what it's going to do. We don't know where it's going to go, how strong it's going to be. But out here in the Caribbean, like I said, things are definitely looking up a bit. We do have some signals saying, hey, that there might be some activity. And this is usually how it starts, This is usually how it starts. So this is the latest GFS. Once again, just don't take that too serious, but just know, like I said, the last several runs have been talking about it. And like I said, of course, with the GEPS here, models showing all of that member activity, like big group of density, potential strength too, with that activity. You can see just kind of spreads all over the place because some models want to go in left, some models want to go right. Once again, that's what I'm just saying. It's too early to tell, man. Too early to tell. Then of course you have GEFS, which no different. I mean, shows literally the exact same thing, and shows that big blob of energy down here towards the end of the month, early next month, roughly. So that's that. Let's see here. But yeah, no, like I said, once again, just try not to worry about it. I just want to get this out there. That way you guys can just keep an eye on it. That way you guys kind of know that there's that possibility. For the people just joining, like I said, here's also the CPC's perspective on this here. As you can see, that's not. There we go. So yeah, you can see that solid red color there. Like I said, that's at least a 40, or it's around a 40% chance of at least tropical depression strength potentially. So CPC is also picking up on it. You know, this kind of red/white stripe, like candy cane looking color. This basically is showing us that we have, you can't see it, but basically, 20 or 20 or greater percentage potentially seeing tropical activity. And of course, the red there is for 40. So yeah, we're gonna have to watch really closely over the next several days out there. Let's see here. Samus says Happy Halloween. We're a little early, but yep, you too, of course. All right, y'all. So let's take a quick little moment here. We're gonna hop over to the mainland U.S. for a minute. I want to talk about current weather for us. Now, like I said, we'll get back into tropics here in a minute, but I want to talk about what's going on here with us. Okay. Because right now in the weather world, we still got that big dome of high pressure. We do got a little disturbance rolling through up north. Upper Michigan might get a little bit of rain from it, a little bit cooler air, but nothing too crazy. The country's relatively quiet right now. You guys can see the time in the top right. In the date there too. We got big dome of high pressure. We got a big old ridge across the eastern country. Ohio Valley and whatnot. So as we approach our way here into what seems to be there we go, right around like the 29th or so. So this is coming up towards Halloween. Now, like I mentioned, this is kind of getting to a little bit further than I like to look in the models. Just trying to squeeze out maybe a little bit of a potential view for around Halloween or so. We could get some upper level snow on the 29th. Once again, that's about 6 or so days away, which it's take it or leave it right now. It's still early to really be for sure. But yeah, nothing really too crazy going on. But there has been actually a little bit of talk, maybe roughly around Halloween, not only with that tropical activity out there that we're looking out there for, potentially. But also maybe some type of frontal system could roll through. Yeah, here's GFS talking about it. Previous run before that. It seems like the models, you can see there, this is a couple models ago. This was from, this is 06 from yesterday. This was really early yesterday's run. You can see some type of frontal system coming through, maybe some cooler air building in from behind. Then we go up to the 12 Zulu run, so basically yesterday morning's run. You obviously see a pretty well-defined cold front there, our frontal system. Who knows, what it will contain, if any instability or anything like that, for severe weather. We can't really tell that right now. But these could be bringing down a little bit of cooler air, but it's been kind of consistent here. Last couple of model runs from the GFS and whatnot have been kind of, suggesting the possibility right around Halloween of maybe some form of frontal system. Let's look at the instability on that. I don't think there's really not a lot of instability. So as of now, once again, we can't tell this for sure, but as of now, models aren't really picking up on any energy for thunderstorms or really anything like that. So that's good news, of course. One thing I do want to look at is the anomalies, the temperature anomalies. So which you guys are looking at here for people who don't know how to use temperature anomaly maps work. The brown, or not the brown, the red, I can obviously tell my colors. So the red is representing above average temperatures. This is based off of a climatology study from 1981 to 2010, in which you can see, basically this is representing what would be warmer than usual for this time according to the model. Okay, and of course blue is opposite. So, this is the latest model run from the GFS here, and you can kind of see that there's a bit of a setup, maybe a little bit of a setup here for some warm weather, ahead of this front. So, the way that it looks towards Halloween, we might be able to see, some warm weather in the east, maybe some cooler weather up north and to the west. That's something we'll have to look into. And if we take a look at the previous model run, so that's the latest. The previous model run, not too much further off. You can see, it's kind of a battle here, and it seems like the models are trying to come to an agreement over the last few. So this was several model runs ago, and you can see each frame I go is a model run, so we're same time, overall. But you can see how it's kind of all over the place, and then it starts kind of maybe picking up on something there, maybe kind of, evening out a bit. So, like I said, would not be surprised if we had some type of frontal system come through right around Halloween. Could be some heavy temperature impacts and precipitation, stuff like that. So we'll definitely be looking out for that as well. That's really about what we got going on right now. Other than that, I mean, the U.S. right now is fairly quiet. Like I said, we got that high pressure ridge down there, which is just keeping things nice. Keeping things nice. Pretty dry actually. Let's take a look at the drought monitor. That's actually something I do want to look at with y'all. We're going to pull up the drought monitor here. A lot of the central U.S. is actually really, really dry right now. The southeast, I mean, obviously you can still see where Helene went, right? Remember Helene? So, yeah, you can see you can actually kind of see its track just in the drought monitor, which is wild. That one storm can do that, that's just crazy stuff. But yeah, you can see portions of the Ohio Valley, especially out there towards like West Virginia and so forth. It's pretty dry. Same thing for the plains, central, southern, northern plains, all of it, Midwest. Relatively dry. A lot of the country right now is fairly dry. But yeah, you can see where Helene went, how it just kind of plowed all that drought conditions out of there overall. So, that's that. Let's see here. I'm in the corner of southwest Missouri, right next to northwest Arkansas. Gotcha. So you'd be in pretty decent drought conditions out there. So, anyways, but yeah, so that's that, y'all. Wanted to touch up on that too for everybody, just to kind of get a nice little view of what we can see here and kind of where we're standing. But like I mentioned, because of that dome of high pressure we have, things are going to be relatively quiet. We might get a little bit of rain, a little disturbance here for pretty much like the 24th, 25th or so. You can see that little disturbance up there towards the Midwest. I don't think it's going to be really much more than anything than just rain. We're going to pull up mid-range. We're going to go NAM here, kind of mid-range models, and we'll see what we got going on. NAM, yeah, so you can see there's a low that develops there. Is there any instability on that? I don't think this model suggests that. So let's hop to a page that does. Same model, by the way. We're using NAM. But I just want to use a different model. Or, sorry, different page. That's an understatement, Andrew. Walking in my yard sounds like walking on a can of Pringles. Oh, that's not good at all. Yeah, hopefully you'll get that hopefully you'll get that precip soon. All right, so instability wise, like for thunderstorm fuel, that's kind of what we're looking at right now. The thunderstorm juice. That's interesting. Models showing a little bit of instability for tomorrow evening towards the Ohio Valley. Let's grab a sounding. I don't know if that's going to be enough to spark off any like severe weather. I don't think so, but we'll look at it. I know you guys can't see the full skew-T. I'll zoom out a little bit there for you. I mean, in an environment like this, it would be pretty difficult to get storms firing off, to be honest. I mean, kinematics are there. The upper level winds are good to keep that storm moving and not collapsing. I don't know. Let me pull up short range models. We're gonna pull up HRRR here because I'm curious. I'm really curious to see what's gonna happen here with this. Okay, so yeah, you can see HRRR picks up a little bit of instability too, but hardly any to do anything. I mean, like I said, this wouldn't really do too much of anything. Few showers maybe, nothing more. So yeah, it doesn't seem like that's gonna be much of an issue. Anyways, let's hop back to that little disturbance that we were talking about. So precipitation and stuff like that. Like I said, we're going to have a little bit of rain come through here for Friday. It looks like pretty early Friday. We're going to get some rain rolling through the Midwest, through like Iowa and, Illinois, Wisconsin, throughout Friday. And like I mentioned, I don't think there's going to be any convection. There's no instability there for any. Dew points are also way too low for any severe weather or anything like that. Just would not be supportive. I mean, humidity. Fairly low. Anyways, but yeah, so nothing big, just a little bit of rain coming through. That's just I just want to touch up on the U.S. just for a quick little minute, just to kind of talk about what's going on and what we can see out there. All right, y'all. So we're gonna hop back over here. We're gonna talk about this one more time. I'm gonna keep this stream relatively short. There's really not a whole lot going on. I just wanted to mention that tropical signal that we have coming through, and like I said, it looks like something could be brewing. So all eyes are going to be on the tropics for the next several days. And like I said, we'll continue updating y'all. We'll do more live streams like tomorrow, and tomorrow morning I'll do a YouTube short live stream. I'll try to, and of course we'll do an evening live stream like this, like we usually do. But yeah, we'll go live tomorrow for sure. That way we can, keep you all updated, keep you guys informed. So we're gonna hop over here to the let's see here. Lower dynamics. We're going to go to ensemble members here. So once again, this is the we're going to start the EPS model here. EPS, shows some things. Some of those members kicking off there. Sometime late this month. Maybe right around like the 31st, nearly Halloween, into the early November, like the 1st or 2nd. A bunch of scattered ensembles. So once again, it's one model with a bunch of little model runs, basically, little members. Then you got the GEFS. Which GEFS, you can really see how the Caribbean, not a whole lot's going on there. This is October 27th. You can see in the top right of the map there. And as we kind of approach our way into like the 29th, right around the 30th and 31st, that's when things start to kind of blow up. So right around Halloween, according to the ensembles, we have some signals out here saying that there could be some tropical activity, and you can see how that blows up as we approach our way into early November. So once again, it is a little bit further than I like to forecast, but since there's been consistency, that's why I didn't stream yesterday, because I was just kind of watching it and see what it did, but it held up. Models are talking about it. We got individual models. Even the Climate Prediction Center, CPC, National Weather Service, is picking up on it too, and they gave it like a 40% chance or greater potential development. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But yeah, the way models are talking, it looks like something could be on the horizon. Once again, we don't know where it's going to go. We don't know how strong it's going to be. No reason to panic anywhere. Once again, there's literally no idea of where this thing's going to end up. Once again, some of the models have it shooting far east. Some of them have it shooting to the west. It's just impossible to tell right now of strength and intensity. You can see just how spread out these members are. Some of them want hurricanes over here or tropical cyclones over here. Some of them want way out here. So it's just a big, broad region because we're just so far out. It's just too hard to tell. GEPS, this is another one. Really no difference. Like I said, showing the exact same thing. Just a lot of activity starting to spark. Here right around, like I said, early November, which roughly around Halloween or so is when things could start to kick off. Okay. But all right, everybody. Well, that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Once again, very very short little live stream. Once again, there's just not a whole lot other than this tropical activity that's really happening. The U.S. is pretty calm. We have that high pressure in place, keeping things nice and sunny and dry. For the most part, we're watching around Halloween potentially a tropical system could develop in the Caribbean. Once again, there's good hints that is a real possibility. And of course, we're also going to watch that little cold front potential. I don't think it's going to do much. I don't think it's going to be much of a issue at all as of now, from what I'm seeing. But we'll definitely be watching that as well. Okay. But all right, everybody. Well, you guys take care. Thanks for joining. Hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank y'all See you later, guys. Hope you all have a wonderful night, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. If you haven't already, consider leaving a like, hitting that subscribe button. Be greatly appreciated. And all right, everybody, thanks for joining. Catch y'all tomorrow. See you later, guys. Peace out.